This is the powerful truth for you. Most people who carry deep wounds don't even know they were hurt, not by violence, but by something far more invisible, emotional absence. You may be functioning, even successful, but inside there's a constant hum of anxiety, restlessness, and disconnection. Psychiatrist Gabor Maté says this is not a mental illness, it's developmental trauma. And until we understand it, we stay stuck in cycles that aren't ours. Rich mind and heart, the ancient wisdom combined with science. Discover how small intentional shifts can rewire your brain, strengthen your body, and ignite your spirit. Each video shows you how to unlock the full power of your biology, energy, and soul. We don't ask for donations, but please tap like and hit subscribe. Your engagement is all we need. Please take a deep breath and start your transformation. What is developmental trauma? Quoting Gabor Maté from The Myth of Normal, trauma is not what happens to you. It's what happens inside you as a result of what happened or didn't happen. Developmental trauma is not just abuse, it's a chronic lack of emotional attunement, presence, and safety in childhood. Even with no violence, the child absorbs a message: my emotions are too much. I must hide parts of myself to stay loved. This is not a story of blame, but of understanding how emotional safety shapes the brain. Book 1, Scattered Minds. Gabor Maté's book, Scattered Minds, redefines ADHD as a trauma response, not a disease. Children in stressful homes often detach from attention and presence, not due to defect, but as a protective mechanism. Brain regions related to executive function, emotional regulation, motivation, develop differently under chronic emotional stress. If you were raised in chaos, perfectionism, criticism, addiction, or silence, your brain learned to survive at the cost of presence. Book 2, When the Body Says No, emotional trauma doesn't stay in your mind, it lives in your body. Maté shows how unresolved emotional suppression leads to autoimmune disorders, chronic pain, inflammation, cancer risk. Your body remembers what your mind was forced to forget. Example, a child who could never say no becomes an adult who can't set boundaries and develops chronic illness from repressed anger. Book 3, The Myth of Normal. This is Maté's most recent and complete work. He argues that modern society pathologizes the healthy response to an unhealthy world. We are constantly overstimulated, disconnected from our bodies, told to suppress emotion and perform instead of feel. This creates what he calls normalized trauma, where society rewards dysfunction as ambition and numbing as productivity. How to heal. The brain can change the good news. Your brain is plastic. Even if you didn't receive secure attachment in childhood, you can create it internally now. Neuroscience meets compassion. Breathwork restores vagal tone. Meditation builds prefrontal control. Somatic practices regulate the nervous system. Self-reflection and journaling bring emotional patterns to the surface. Trauma-informed therapy rewires shame and disconnection. And most of all, healing begins when you stop blaming yourself for adaptations that kept you alive. The key truth here is that you were not broken. You were conditioned to disconnect from your truth. Now, you can come back to your body, to your needs, to your authentic self. You don't need to perform. You don't need to please. You don't need to carry the pain of your parents. The wound is not your identity, it's your teacher. You can reparent your nervous system, rewire your beliefs, and come home, not to who you were told to be, but to who you truly are. Don't stop here. There's more waiting for you. More space, more insights, more truths ready to meet you exactly where you are now. Take a step into the next episode. Maybe it holds the answer you've been seeking, or the question that could change everything. See you soon on the next step of your journey. Rich mind and heart.